Yeah.
George, how do you feel about this Bulls upcoming season and their offseason that they had this summer?
I'm waiting for the rebuild to go into full go. I need to see them trade Zach Lavine. You know, they obviously parted ways with DeMar DeRozan. They traded to Alex Caruso.
Yeah.
Like, they got rid of key pieces. Lavine's the next to go because the return they can get can be a lot for him. Like, it's a huge contract. That's what's been tough to move.
Yep.
But let's go through real quick. I always like to open. Lost Alex Caruso, lost DeMar DeRozan, added Josh Giddey, added THT, signed Jalen Smith, 3 years, $27 million, good center that can shoot.
Yep.
But here are the question marks.
Hold on. Don't forget your boy Drummond. You know, they lost him too. That's a big loss as well.
Yep, a good vet too. You're right. Lost Andre Drummond as well. He's now in Philly.
Yep.
Man, Zach Lavine, 29 years old. Foot surgery cost him last season. Just 25 games played. At best, you can get a guy that can average you 25 points a night. Obviously, he's very demanding, needs a ball in his hand a lot.
Yes.
A team like the Nuggets can use him. They need him. Like, that should be a deal that should be done yesterday. As of the time we're recording on my banner, hasn't happened yet.
Yep.
I want to see Lavine moved. I think it'd be best for him. It'd be great if he landed with the Denver. And it'd be great for the Bulls and Billy Donovan. Hit reset. Blow it all up. Giddey's going to average a triple-double for you possibly. Not really. But he's going to get damn close. He's going to be a high-usage, heavy ball handler guard. Like, Lavine's not going to work with this core. Credit to him, the reports that you pointed out of him being a vet and showing up, though.
Yeah.
And buying in. But you showed me that report. I go, I love that. He's showing to other teams he's healthy and he will go. That's what's big on Lavine right now. So this team, it's tough for me to talk extensively with them without bringing up Zach Lavine. And it's tough to talk extensively about them without bringing up Lonzo Ball. Missed the last 2 seasons. Meniscus, there's debris cleared, still feeling pain. It's literally puzzled doctors. And he's been playing, but getting through training camp, like, we don't know how his knee's going to respond. Patrick Williams still hasn't played 5-on-5 ball yet, Tay, after surgery he had last year on his foot.
Yeah.
Question mark, question mark, question mark.
It is, and that's all it is for me, too. Here's my thing. I have the biggest question mark for me is, why did Reinsdorf extend Billy Donovan 2 years ago? You know what I'm saying? He must, Billy Donovan must have a video of his phone of Reinsdorf being at a Diddy party or something, bro, because my thing is, he's shown the inability to coach this team for many and many of years, right? Now they have young, talented guys. I mean, they've always kind of had young, talented guys. Obviously, they're going to focus on those guys now because, they, like you said, DeMar has walked. Caruso has walked. So now they have to really buy into the young, talented guys. But they should have had players who we think of in a higher light. They have no players on this team that I'm like, that guy's going to be good in 10 years. That guy's going to be good in 5 years. Their future looks bleak, and it's cool for you to say that, rebuild. But they've been picking in the lottery for a couple of years now, and to walk away with these guys who I'm not saying are bad NBA players. I think Kobe White could be a good NBA player. I think Ayo DeSumo could be a good NBA player.
Love Ayo
I think
DeSumo.
all of these guys could be good NBA players, but my thing is, why I'm saying they should have fired Donovan years ago is none of these dudes have developed into guys that we thought they were going to be. Kobe White is just now getting there, right?
Yeah.
He's just now getting there. But like you said, Patrick Williams was supposed to be a guy. He was supposed to be a Kawhi Leonard type dude coming into the league. You forget that he's in the NBA.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So when you look at that, you look at Ayo DeSumo, who was supposed to be a good guy for them coming in last year. You know what I'm saying? We'll see what Modest is after this year. And we're going to see how many, years down the line what Billy Donovan does with Modest. But my thing is, your job was to win. You didn't do that. So then your job became to develop talent, and you couldn't do that. So what are you as a coach? I don't know. So why did they extend you? I don't know. And that brings me back to this point, George, that I want to ask you this question, all right? I clearly don't think any of these guys are going to be future All-Stars on this roster. I clearly just laid that out. Do you think any guys on this current roster will be a future All-Star in this league?
Ceiling-wise, it should be Williams, but he just can't stay on the floor. Dude, he can't average more than 25 minutes a night. Like you said it. You laid it out. The frame he has, everything that's there for him, he can't seize it.
Yep.
Kobe White, was terrific last season, averaged almost 20 points in 33 minutes a night.
Yep.
But with how guard-packed the East is, he's not going to make it. They have no All-Stars.
Right.
They have none. I can't.
What about Dalen Terry? Down the road? Dalen Terry, Arizona kid. He got a chance.
Yeah.
I mean, he averaged 3 points a year,
points
a game last year.
How far ahead are we looking? They're saying down the road.
Like ever.
5 years. Like 5 years.
Any of these dudes on the roster ever. Josh Giddey.
No, Giddey. Can he get a shot? Literally, can he develop a shot? I think, again, we're looking at how the East is and how deep so many of these teams are with the young talent they have as well.
Yeah.
It's just a void of talent in Chicago. Dude, their win total set at 27.5. Do you believe that?
Yes, I can't believe that.
It should be like 35. 27?
No, I can't believe that because of what I just told you.
We
they
don't know
have any young talent that I am excited about or anybody else is, clearly.
The only names they have, too, Lavine, 25 games played.
Right.
Lonzo Ball missed the last 2 seasons.
Right.
And then Patrick Williams, I think he played under 45 games. Those are their 3 biggest names.
Right.
You have Kobe White, you have Ayo Dosunmu. They got nothing, bro.
Right.
They got nothing in Chicago. And it's Chicago.
Right.
It's Chicago. It should be one of the most storied franchises in sports.
It should be.
Jerry's Reinsdorf. You said it. Like, why did he extend? He's known. It's with his White Sox. Loyal to a fault. Doesn't fire anybody.
It's insane.
Sticks with his guys too long.
I'm going to go back to the question marks because another question mark that I had, obviously, was what can we expect from Josh Giddey and Lonzo Ball? 2 big question marks for this team. Obviously, you talked about Zach Lavine. Zach Lavine is a big question mark for this team, whether they're going to trade him, what they're going to do with him. I think a statement came out earlier today that he's going to be obedient and listen to the coaches and get out of the way of the young
nice.
talent or whatever.
We want to trade you. If you want to land in a good team, you got to act better.
Yes, but what can we expect from Lonzo and Giddey?
I don't know if Lonzo can play, man. Like this knee that he's dealing with is such like some of the smartest doctors in the world that he's gone to have no idea what they're looking at. And he's lost 2 years off his career. Yeah. At least he's playing 5-on-5, but like, can you get through a training camp, let alone an 82-game season? So Lonzo, my expectations are the bare minimum. Like, okay. I don't even know if he'll play a game. I assume he'll be back, but it's hard for me to even say. With Giddey, I mean, he's going to be the main ball handler. He's going to be a focal point. Yep. Good passer, awful shooter. But with a team that's in a rebuild and just wants to see what they get from their talent, he's going to get a lot of minutes. He's going to get a lot of touches. And I wouldn't be surprised if with Giddey, you have him averaging like 16 and 10 this season, actually. Maybe 16 and 9. Let me be a little more basic on his assist numbers. And that's what I have, but it's nothing good. It's still going to be one of the worst teams in the NBA. Yeah. I mean, what I expect in the first half of the season is not much from the 2 of them. I'm really high on Giddey actually this year. I think that this team needed a facilitator, and I think he has that. Kobe White can slide more into the 2 guard position for them. Giddey probably starts the year off the bench. We'll see about that. But what I think in the second half of the year is Giddey is actually going to be a really good player for them because they're probably going to get rid of Lavine, hopefully for picks. If they can get somebody who's young and talented and has some upside, sure, add that as well. But I'm hoping that they at least get 2 first-round picks for Zach Lavine. I don't know if he has that kind of cachet anymore, but NBA GMs make a lot of questionable decisions from time to time. So I think that is possible to get 2, maybe even 3 first-round picks for a guy like Zach Lavine, who you said is a 20-point scorer. Obviously, he only played 25 games last year. But they need to kind of open up that guard position, right? Like you said, can Lonzo play? Who knows? We don't know. If he plays 50 games for them, that would be amazing, right? But other than that, they have Ayo Dosunmu. They have THT, who played a lot of minutes in this league and is now kind of a veteran, averaging 10 points last year for the Jazz. He's a good, you know what I mean, NBA player. Kobe White, obviously, you know he's the guy that needs the minutes, the touches, all of that stuff, because he's shown with the increased touches that he's learned. He's getting a lot better. I see him as like a Darius Garland kind of player. Not a star, but a really, really, really good starter in the league. And then you have Nikola Vucevic, who's going to be down there to, man the paint for them. They just need to clean up some of that guard issue, that guard traffic. Guard issue or garbage? What did you just say?
Guard issue. There's just traffic, and there's a lot of unknowns here.
It's crazy. It's a lot of talent.
Duarte, Javon Carter, Dalen Terry, Ayo, Kobe White, Josh Giddey. I just named all the guards for you. There's a lot of questionable talent though. Like we don't know what these dudes are, and so they need to figure that out. And by doing so, they need to get rid of Zach Lavine. Last thing I'm gonna ask you about this, and we're gonna move on. Are there any bets that you like from this team?
I'll go under on the win total.
Okay,
It's low.
27.
And if Lonzo plays, it's going to be tough. But you know what I'll say for this team? I won't bet it. Just stay away.
Yeah.
There's no reason to watch this team this year.
Yeah.
There's no reason you should tune in for a game unless you're playing your squad or you want to check in on Giddey. But aside from that, there's nothing with this team, bro.
Yeah, the thing I'll do is once Zach Lavine gets traded, because it should happen sometime during this season, or maybe even in the coming weeks before the season starts, I will be hitting on Kobe White overs every game, every single
smart.
game.
I like that.
So hopefully until they figure out that he's actually a really good scorer, but
Right, and then that number jumps up.
Right.
What? How high is it?
Yeah, 35. Nah, I'm good.